Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver. Here's a quick message from our sponsor, Local Works Wheat Ridge, provided by its Executive Director, Paige Piper.
Local Works is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to make Wheat Ridge a more vibrant and sustainable place to live and work. Our mission and action is programming that provides neighborhood revitalization and small business support, keeping and growing the businesses we know and love in Wheat Ridge. In simpler form, we provide connection. Connection to business, connection to community.
This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Amber Betts.
Hey there, I am Amber Betts with the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver, and today we're excited to be here with Kallen of Little Brazil here in Wheat Ridge. Hey, how are you? Thanks for being here.
Hi, Amber. I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So tell us about the business and the restaurant and what you guys offer.
All right. We're Little Brazil. We've been around for a little over 13 years in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, and we offer authentic Brazilian food. We have had a very staple Brazilian foods in Wheat Ridge, cheese bread and our authentic Brazilian feijoada, which have been a staple in West Denver for, like I said, at least we've been in Wheat Ridge for 12 years now, and we just opened our brand new location on that West 38th, right next to it's in Wadsworth and 38, really close to Safeway and Chase Bank, right on the corner right there. And we are very, very happy with our new location. It's a lot bigger. We have a full bar now. We have an outdoor patio. We also welcome your pups. If you have dogs, it's a great place to bring your pups now, especially now that the weather is getting better. It's not as hot because we had a really hot summer, so it wasn't as accommodating for that. But now we have the space for that, and we're just very, very, very happy to have a bigger space for our customers. So, yeah.
Awesome. And I've been there. It's beautiful. Looks amazing. And food was great. So
yeah. And it is authentic Brazilian food. And sometimes people don't know what that is because they're really used to the cuts, the meat skewers. We have some great steakhouses in Denver, but we're not that. We're more like the everyday Brazilian food. And we have different dishes. We do have meats and stuff, but we have some vegetarian options. And people really love our cheese breads and our truffles, our chocolate truffles. We have a variety of desserts, and our drinks. Now that we have a full bar, we've been able to feature our caipirinhas. And we have a lot of different, very, passion fruit, very, very flavorful, like tropical drinks. So we have mango, coconut, cashew, which people are not very familiar with, which is like the Brazilian fruit. And so it's kind of fun to play with all of these different flavors, and it's fun to explore different ideas from the Brazilian menu that we have been able to bring to this new location. So
awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
So, Kallen, tell the listeners kind of your backstory, your history. You mentioned you've been around a while and moved locations, but tell us more.
Yeah, like I have a very different background. By trade, I have a business degree. From undergrad, I went to school in Ohio, and then I have a master's degree in higher education administration. So I worked for UCLA for 5 years. Loved my job at UCLA. It was a great time, but I started a small business when I was at UCLA part-time. So I always had a desire to own a business and to be in business. So it was always on the background. And so when I moved to Denver in 2008, I used to be in the real estate market. That's what I did when I moved out here after I had left UCLA. But that market kind of crashed, as you know, 2008, 2009. So I took some time off. And so I have a business and accounting degree background as well. So I took a year off. I wrote a business plan. And my mother was, for those of you who didn't have a chance to read, we had a really great article on the Westward. And it was an awesome article that they wrote about us. Chris was the writer on that. And he did a great job kind of capturing everything, how Little Brazil came about. But anyway, she was a chef and she died very young from cancer. And it always stuck with me that I wanted to do something to kind of honor my mom because we were really good friends. And I've always said, maybe I should open a restaurant. And my friends always said, you were such a good cook, you should open a restaurant. But, I didn't have any experience. I've never been in that industry other than being a server in college. but it kind of like kept, nagging at me. And so I wrote a business plan, went to Brazil, kind of did some research here, and then I went for it. I bought a little Brazilian market that used to be on Federal Boulevard, and I wrote a business plan, hired a consultant, hired a lawyer, just hired people around me that knew more than what I did. And that's how Little Brazil came about. And we started with very few things in the menu. I only had the feijoada, which is the black bean stew, the chicken croquettes, and the cheese bread. Pretty much like that was it. My menu was very, very small when I started. And then slowly, when we moved to Wheat Ridge is when I really created the restaurant. But that's how Little Brazil was created. And then over time, I was able to incorporate some recipes from my family, like my mom's recipe. The pineapple delight is one of my desserts. That's my mom's recipe. And so like there are things that, like if you go into the restaurant, the big mural that you see on the wall, that's my sister's picture of one of this great, beautiful churches that it's in Salvador, in Brazil, and there's like this tradition of tying ribbons on the wall around this church that people pay for their promises. People in Brazil are Catholic, so they kind of like the locks on the bridge in Paris. It's kind of like that.
Yeah,
So it's a really cool mirror now. It's really colorful. And so my sister took that picture, and I have a lot of family involved with my business. My sister came and sang. She's a musician. She performed when she came to visit me back when we did our grand opening. So like I have a lot of family pieces that are in my restaurant, and so kind of that's how Little Brazil came about. So it's a very much a family affair. I always say that my kitchen is an extension of my home kitchen, and I try to keep it as close to my heart as possible.
love that.
I'm there a lot. I'm very involved with my business, and I really do hope that when people come, they feel very welcome and they feel that Brazilian culture warmth when they're there. Like that's my goal. When I wrote my business plan, that was my goal, and I hope that I still portray that. I guess. Yeah.
Kallen, tell the listeners. I mean, you mentioned a lot of things that set you apart from other Brazilian restaurants and restaurants in general, but why else do your customers, your repeats, why do they keep coming back? What differentiates you?
Well, I do have a great chef now. I didn't have a chef for a long time, and for this new location, I hired a new chef. His name is Breno Camurugi. He's a great chef. He's lived all over the world. He's a Brazilian chef, but he's lived in Japan, in Europe, and a lot of countries in South America. And he's doing a few different things. We do have our staples, but we are coming up with a few different specials. We have put some new things in our menu, and so we're coming up now in a couple of weeks. We're going to introduce a new Brazilian burger, which is going to be something unique. We've never had a burger at Little Brazil, but Americans love burgers and Brazilians do too, believe it or not. But it's going to be something different and unique. And we're also introducing a new, it's something very unique, but it's an Ovaltine shake, but it's a Brazilian way Ovaltine shake. And it's going to be paired up with this new burger that we're introducing. It's a Brazilian twist on an American burger. And so we're trying to incorporate a few things that are fusions of our culture and different cultures. So whether it is Portuguese, Italian, and French, which are very much influenced, and Spanish, which are very much influenced Brazilian cuisine. Sure. But now we're also taking some American. We have some Japanese influences as well. So we're going to have a great new dish in the fall right now, which are our coxinhas, which are our chicken bites. If you had our chicken croquettes, we're doing a pumpkin one, which is one of our new menu items for this fall. So we're just trying to make some new additions with our chef. He's doing some new additions for the fall now in the winter, just to make things more exciting and different for our customers. And obviously, we're going to continue to serve our customers' favorites because people come back to us because we have certain things that they love in the menu. But we also want to be able to create some new things. So I think what sets us apart is that we do have these authentic Brazilian flavors. And we also have, I don't know, like people always tell me that they feel like we're a little bit different. We're just not like, we're not just a regular restaurant. And I don't know if it's because my employees, I love my employees. They're so great. I've been very lucky to hire really great people, but we like to talk to our customers. We like to explain what we have. We are a little bit unique because people don't know much about Brazilian food. And so we really, truly want them to enjoy what they're having when they're at the restaurant. And if they're not happy, not everybody's going to enjoy what we have. We know that. But we want them to at least have a good experience, whether it is, at least they enjoy their drink or they enjoy the music. We do have live music sometimes. So we try to just have them have a Brazilian experience if they are there, because we also always play Brazilian music too. So,
yeah. Awesome.
So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. And then that leads into my next question, which is like, adding new menu items, like what other news or updates or things on the horizon happening?
Yeah, on September 7th, we are participating on the Wheat Ridge Chamber of Commerce Wine Walk. So if you are going to be participating on that, we are one of your stops. So we're going to have some great appetizers for you. So obviously, we're going to have the wine tasting, and then we'll have some unique appetizers. We'll definitely have some cheese bread because everybody loves that. But we have we're having a little surprise from our chef that he's going to be putting out on our menu there. And we on the same night, it's our Brazilian September 7th is also Independence Day in Brazil.
Oh.
So we're decorating that day. We're having some other special items on the menu, but we also have live music that night. So that will be fun. So if you haven't heard a Brazilian artist yet, this is your opportunity. We have two artists playing that night, and Marco, who has been an artist here in Denver for a long time, and Juliana, she's going to be on percussion, and Marco will be voice and guitar. So something different if you would like to listen to Brazilian artists on September 7th. So that will be on September 7th. And then just stay tuned for our fall menu that's coming out here in September. And also, we have a great happy hour. A lot of people don't know that, but from Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, we have a happy hour from 3 to 5. We have a half off on our caipirinhas. So if you enjoy caipirinhas, our Brazilian drink, it's made with cachaça. It's a Brazilian rum, which is delicious. And we have like our empanadas are buy two, get one free. We have some other items that are on the menu that are great deals. So, stop by, try us out. That's a great way to try our food and just kind of having a taste of Brazilian food. So
awesome. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And bring your pups. We love dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sure you stay super busy with your business, but what do we do for fun? What are you doing outside of work to get away and decompress?
I golf. I like to golf.
Yeah.
I'm going. Yes. I'll probably. I'm off. We close on Mondays, so usually I try to golf on Mondays. I enjoy doing that. I do like to travel, but right now I'm unable to travel. I love soccer. We show soccer on all of our TVs so any type of soccer tournament, we will always have them on at the restaurant. But I played soccer in college, and I played soccer in the women's league here in Denver for 10 years. And I stopped now because I really don't have the time. But I do love to watch soccer. I have 4 dogs. I love dogs. So I enjoy traveling, like I said before, and reading. I'm a big reader as well. So
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Kallen. Well, that kind of wraps it up. Tell the listeners your location one more time, website, how to get a hold of you, socials, all that good stuff.
All right. We are on 7333 West 38th Avenue in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. And our unit was 120. It's the only retail space that's occupied right now on the building complex. And our website is www.littlebrazilco.com. And our handle on the social media, we are very active on Instagram, is Little Brazil Co. At Little Brazil Co. And you can always email us, info@littlebrazilco.com for any questions. You can make reservations online, our website. has all the information. If you do want to do caterings, if you want to rent the space for any of your events, you can also do that online. We pretty much are welcoming of everyone, and we love being part of Wheat Ridge. Wheat Ridge is a great place. It's been great to us. We love the community here, and we also have lots of specials going on right now. So if you have received any marketing through Facebook or Instagram, there's some great deals going on. So just stop by and have a drink with us. We'd love to meet you. So
awesome. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Amber. Thanks for having us. We appreciate it very much.
Yep. Have a good rest of your day. And thanks to the listeners out there. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpwestdenver.com. That's gnpwestdenver.com or call 720-295-9588.